The chorus literally changed my life, turned me on a completely different direction. In 1981, I began to explore the option of coming out, and words sort of seeped out among my friends, and eventually the church deacons called me in and pretty much, they dismissed me that afternoon on a Thursday. We began talks on Saturday for me to become a conductor. So as I like to say, I was literally unemployed for one day. I just wandered into this group of gay guys. I didn't know a single gay person before that group, and they were singing together, they were having a great time. It was a period where the gay community in Seattle was just beginning to open up and bloom. It was 1981, we were queer, we were here, get over it, you know. It was literally the beginning of a movement. There was this community, this tribe that was growing in Seattle of gay and lesbian people and their straight friends. During those earliest days, it was our job to be the face of the community, a face of dignity, of pride, of excellence in what we did. We got together in 1982 in San Francisco and did a festival of all the West Coast choruses. The next year we traveled to New York City and met with about 13 choruses around the nation in the very first national convention. In New York, we also formed gala choruses, which exist to this day. Well then, of course, AIDS hit. Very slowly at first, but within the chorus and then within the community, by the time it reached its peak in the early 90s to mid 90s, we were singing at funerals pretty regularly, and the list of those men in the chorus who died grew and grew. The chorus changed immediately because we went on these dual tracks of pride and coming out, but also dealing with AIDS, and it changed our repertoire. It changed how we cared for each other, how we saw each other as a community. It really matured us, and I think got us ready for the political fights that were about to come. It got the gay community organized, and the women in those days were so helpful. The Seattle Women's Ensemble was part of that early group. Many of the women from that are members today of the Seattle Women's Chorus, but they supported us all through that time when we were dealing with AIDS. The early 2000s, a group of women came to us and said, you know, to fulfill your mission, you're missing half of the population. They talked to me quite a bit and they brought it to the board. They were well organized. From the very beginning, it was a great success. The women have an ear for social justice and a passion for that. I think about just a few years ago when the chorus took the work For a Look or a Touch about the Holocaust and gay men to Germany, and we arranged a side trip to Buchenwald, one of the internment camps. And there's an area that is a memorial to the gay victims who were at the camp, and we stood over the area there and we were able to sing to those victims and to ourselves. Another great time on the up end of the emotions, we sang for the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall uprising in New York City. They had invited the LA chorus, the New York City chorus, and the Seattle chorus, who were performing together at Carnegie Hall. So at the last moment, I told the chorus to forget about what we were planning on singing, which was At the River by Aaron Copeland, and instead to get in a mixed position, you know, where they weren't in their section, and we were going to switch and sing We Shall Overcome. Scared them to death. We're in the middle of the service, and we heard them up onto the steps, and they just mix up, and we launch into We Shall Overcome. And it just spoke to the moment like nobody's business. We sang We Shall Overcome, we shall live in peace, we shall overcome one day. And at the conclusion of the final big chord, this wave began at the back of the hall of people just standing like a wave, like you see at Husky Stadium, and quickly grew to the front, and everybody was just screaming and clapping, and it was the most remarkable reception we've ever had. During this last year of my work with the organizations, they set up the Dennis Coleman Artistic Excellence Fund that Paul Caldwell, the new artistic director, can use because he's bringing in brand new vision. He has all of the criteria. He's well-learned. He's on the National Board of Chorus America like I was at a time. He's a great person, but he's going to come in with new energy, new concepts. He has a whole group of composer friends that he wants to write for the chorus. It has been a real joy for these past 35 years to be able to be on this ride with you. From the beginnings of gay pride in Seattle up to gay marriage, to be able to celebrate these victories together. And coming from where I did to being welcomed into this warm family of singers and audience members. You embraced me, you allowed me to grow as a musician and as a social justice leader, and I'm so thankful to have been along and to have done this with you. When people ask me why I'm thankful for the last 35 years, I like to use Armistead Maupin's words from Tales of the City to express how I truly feel. Being gay has taught me tolerance, compassion, and humility. It has shown me the limitless possibilities of living. It has given me people whose kindness, compassion, and sensitivity have provided a constant source of strength. It has brought me into the family of man, and I like it here. Thank you.